Folklorist, singer, and composer George Ward has played an invaluable role in preserving and celebrating the traditions of the Champlain Canal. However, as his humorous song Captain Billy and the Whale demonstrates, he isn't averse to chronicling the Champlain's longer, more celebrated sibling, the Erie Canal. Listeners follow the intrepid Captain Billy as he parades his prized whale corpse, embalmed with 1,500 gallons of Kentucky bourbon, across the state on the Erie Canal, figuring the further inland he went, the more excited folks would be to see his whale, and the more they'd pay. All manner of hijinks ensue, and things ultimately go south in a big way for the captain and his star attraction.
In the year of 1855, July the 13th day, the whaling bark Eliza from old Hudson bore away. Her crew stout hearts and seasoned hands, but one would cost her dear. A farm boy down from Cropsyville, still wet behind the years. She left Manhattan town astern, bound for the Arctic ground, where every man aboard her hoped his fortune would be found. But to their great confusion, in a voice that rasped and shook, the lookout hollered, "There she blows, a mile off Sandy Hook." There's cider on the table and the kettle's full of coal. The teams are winter pastured and we've scrubbed the decks and hold. We're mudlarked here till April and the wind it blows a gale. We'll deal a hand and sing of Captain Billy and the whale. A whale, boats, the captain cried, "'Tis a whale to bring us luck." Why, so it seemed, for soon the farm boys both the whale had struck. The 100-fathom line paid out, the whaleboat bore away. On a wild Nantucket sleigh ride up the tide through New York Bay. Past ships at anchor waiting for the turning of the tide. Past steamers, lighters, ferries, up the Hudson she did glide. Past the Palisades of Harlem, with the farm boy doing fine, till he dropped his oar and panicked, grabbed his axe and cut the line. There's cider on the table and his shovels full of coal. The teams are winter pastured, we've scrubbed the decks and hold. We're mudlarked here till April and the wind it blows a gale. We'll deal a hand and sing of Captain Billy and the whale. Now Captain Billy McIntosh, a canaler bold and true, sailed out of Bushnell's Basin, hauling salt and timber too. He was last boat an upstream tow on the Laker Betsy G, when he spied that rogue cetacean headed inland from the sea. He never stopped to count the cost, but bolted down his rum and hollered to his driver, "Cast us loose, you lazy scum." He seized the Betsy's boat hook, and as the whale flew past, he gaffed the trailing harpoon line and swiftly bade it fast. There's cider on the table and the shovels full of coal. The teams are winter pastured and we've scrubbed the decks and hold. We're mudlarked here till April and the wind it blows a gale. We'll deal a hand and sing of Captain Billy and the whale. Well, what a race there then ensued, for Betsy she was light, and the whale towed her northward all that day and half the night. They swept right past the tug and tow, they crossed the Tappan Zee. 'Twas off Storm King she rolled, been out next morn at 3:30. Night boat down from Albany was startled by the sight of Bill aboard the whale's head in the early morning light. For the tug was claiming salvage rights, Bill was cussin' blue. It cost him twice the rate to tow the whale and Betsy too. There's cider on the table and the shovels full of coal. The teams are winter pastured and we've scrubbed the decks and coal. We're mudlarked here till April, the wind it blows a gale. We'll deal a hand and sing of Captain Billy and the whale. But when they came to Albany and Billy hired a train, the driver went to mass and swore he'd never drink again. Bill laid the whale on Betsy's decks, and on her side he wrote, in 6-foot letters, 50 cents to see what's down my throat. He hired a gang of side-cut idlers, dosed them up on rum, and marched them down its gullet like the saints to kingdom come. Knives and pumps, picks and shovels, wheelbarrows haul the horrors out. In a week he cleaned her slick as any sportsman cleans a trout. When the sheriff came to Dockside with complaints about the smell, Bill's genius reached for pinnacles no mortal tongue can tell. He bought a load of whiskey off a scow in from the west, and then bombed the whale in 14 tons of old Kentucky's best. The whale's nose lay on Betsy's decks, the tail draped o'er the stern. Screwjacks closed its jaws for ducking bridges in their turn. Bill laid the length of carpet down the whale's gaping throat, and he lit the way with gas lamps off a wrecked excursion boat. There's cider on the table and snuffles full of coal. The teams are winter pastured and we've scrubbed the decks and pulled. We're mudlark here till April and the wind it blows a gale. We'll deal a hand and sing of Captain Billy and the whale. As west they flew from Albany, the news flew on ahead, and many a stout block tender swore he wished old Billy dead. For crowds trooped down that carpet, paid the price, took Bill's dare to rock where God sat Jonah in Bill's mother's rocking chair. A window in the whale's side, its curtains neatly pressed, shed light on Billy's maiden sister Amy, grimly dressed. At a wheezy parlor organ, it made great many weep to rock while Amy pumped rocked in the cradle of the deep. There's cider on the table and the snuffles full of coal. The teams are winter pastured and we've scrubbed the decks and coal. We're mudlarks here till April and the wind it blows a gale. We'll deal a hand and sing of Captain Billy and the whale. But all good tales have endings sure, and this one's sad to tell. For in spite of Bill's embalming skills, the whale began to swell. It stuck fast in the whalelock shed in Syracuse, you see. It cost Bill all he cleared to hire the teams to drag her free. The commissioners decreed the whale could go no further west. They towed north to Oswego for some thinking and the rest. Bill took a tow for Rochester but never made the town. In a storm on Lake Ontario, the Betsy G went down. Some says that Billy made the land, others say he drowned. But every lush that walked the streets of old Oswego town was ready on the shore next spring with nets and poles and sticks for the 89 proof salmon run of 1856. And way down south in Jersey by the shores of Sandy Hook, there's an old man runs a boarding house. He's harmless by his look, though he rambles in his stories and spends every summer's day with a boat hook on the seagull gazing east across the bay. There's cider on the table and the snuffles full of coal. The teams are winter pastured and we've scrubbed the decks and coal. We're mud